Greetings, starseeds and lightworkers. This is Ava, and welcome to the channel. Those of you who are new here, and those of you who are not new, thank you for being here again. It is such a pleasure to be with you all. And today we've got a question from Mayor J, one of our consistent viewers. Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate your ongoing support. And your question's great. You're wondering, I have a question of what dimension is Jesus of Nazareth? And what is the Trinity from the Pleiadian perspective? Was Jesus a Pleiadian before he came to Earth? Whew! So, I don't know what DiYeena's going to say here. What I will say is, with anything, especially channeling, take it or leave it. Take what works for you, what doesn't, please leave it behind. I'm not attached to whatever comes through here. So just please know that this is just for whatever feels resonant for you. So with that, I am going to bring in DiYeena, the member of the Pleiadian family here, and I will go out and put you in touch with the Pleiadians. So here we go. Greetings, this is DiYeena of the Pleiadian family, and we are here to bring the love. And today, we are extra happy because we are bringing in multi-dimensions of love through the frequencies of Yeshua, which is the question here at hand. We are so happy to hear this question, you see. And it may even provide a little bit of clarity for Ava. We'll leave this one aside for now, but because she channels some other beings that seem to not be very related. To the Pleiadians, you see. And so we'll let you just kind of put the pieces together on that one, you see. We're just going to keep DiYeena here for now. But we will answer this question. We will answer this question because we are of a similar collective in frequency, you see. And so, Yeshua. Well, first of all, to understand, as are so many of the light workers and souls on the planet and off the planet, there are infinite experiences happening and infinite dimensionalities, you see. So this is really the question to the multidimensionality question, you see, is at what level are these people coming and being embodied, you see. And so it's like when you have the full 13 activation of the DNA, for example, you see, you can have that as like the baseline, which he had, you see. But then above that, there is the levels of integration that happen on the more subtle planes. This is why we talk about, you've heard DiYeena say that there is more than just the 7 dimensions or the 12 dimensions or the 13 dimensions, you see, or on and on and on, you see. It is infinite. It is infinite, you see. And so it is really, at what point do you want to stop counting? And at what point does the you kind of dissolve, you see? And so this is really more what is really the question here. And so when you're talking about beings such as Yeshua, who was enlightened and was really what you would consider enlightened, meaning he was fully aware of the multidimensionality and the truth of what is happening in creation, of moving from form into the formless, you see. And he was of his time, you see, he was of his time. And he was coming from other star seeds, of course, you see. And this is why there was so much attention there, you see, and why there was so much light coming through there, you see, because it was bringing in the stars. Bringing in the essence of the stars. And so, yes, he had energetics of the Pleiadians. This is not new information for some of you. And for some of you, you're having a mind blow right now. You see, what? I've never heard that Jesus was Pleiadian. How could this be, you see? Was Jesus really an alien? How could this be? Some of you laugh at that word. You see, we like to play too. You see, so this is really to understand that most of us who have connections in this way have visited most of the star systems that are of the light, that are here to help the overall collective of consciousness, you see. And so why not go around and play and see what is happening over there and spread the love to all the areas, you see. So yes, Yeshua did carry this lineage and this bloodline at the Pleiadian, and the importance of this is that it was to anchor in. It was the seed of the anchoring, you see, of the Pleiadian agenda in a certain way, which was to anchor in the points of light in humanity and on the planet, you see, for the evolution of the planet itself, you see. And so this is really when we're starting to see the first signs of really the ascension of the planet. You see, it's been going on for quite some time, because in your world of time, you see, it's so linear, and so you can't really have a good grasp on it. But from your perspective, you see, it has been going on, this ascension process, for longer than just 2021 or 2012 or whatever the numbers are, that they're only within the last 30 years or so for most people that talk about it. It has really been going on for thousands of years, you see. But these pivotal points, you see, these nodal points of shift of energetic frequencies, you see, to bring consciousness to just another level, like taking little steps up the stairs, you see. And so this was really the role, you see. So there have been important leaders in your time in history that have held these frequencies for these intents, you see, and Yeshua being one of them, you see, and Mary Magdalene as well, you see. And bringing in that bloodline, you see, which has been kept very secret, you see. And this is opening up a whole nother can of worms. I can hear the ears burning right now, you see. But we're just not going to stick to the questions at hand, you see. And maybe there's more from the collective here that is just really burning their ears too here, wanting to speak more, and really this is just a platform here for the Pleiadian DiYeena, so we can just kind of begin to tune in, you see. We want to feel it out from all of you as well, you see, because we have others in the field that were aligned and know of the Yeshua frequencies and the Magdalene and the Isis lineage and all of these things, you see. These are also the beings that come through, you see. So if this is of importance and interest, you see, we can expand in that way. But for now, we keep it here to just answer the question as best we can, you see, from the limited perspective of what we have here available with this little bit of time we have, you see. So to answer the questions, I believe we have touched on most of them, which is yes. And so the dimensionality, you could say 33, for Yeshua particularly, in terms of integrated into the different levels of dimensionality, you see, which is the full integration still of what you would consider enlightenment, as we mentioned before, and able to hold many dimensions of the light, you see, but to really tap into the infinite, you see. He was really connected into that, you see, working actively with the 33, you see, but more from out of practicality, we will say, rather than simply a level, like a limitation of consciousness. It was not like it was a limitation of consciousness, or that he was less evolved in any way. It was simply that the 33 was an important ratio of frequency for his mission, you see. So he was working within the 33. So we leave it at that. And did we cover all the points? Without bringing up a million more questions, I can feel, you see. So we will say you have to really feel what works for you and what feels good for you, because this is really a touchy subject, because this is really a person who has had a lot of impact in this planet, you see. And for that we are so grateful, you see, because it means that the light is really anchoring. It has really anchored in, you see, for all that the ways that the people have projected onto it and have distorted it and changed it and manipulated it, you see, it does not change the frequency of the light itself. You see, so this is the beauty. This is the beauty. People will always respond how they're going to respond. And this is important for all of you, because you are all doing the same thing that Yeshua did in a certain way. Not to say that we are all Jesus walking around. That's not what we're saying, but we are all here anchoring in light and love in our own ways. And what you need to take from this lesson is that the light is untouchable. The light itself is untouchable. The love itself untouchable. That you can radiate out infinitely into the universe and anchoring it into Mother Earth, which is why you are here. That is your role. Do this over and over, and do not be so concerned about any others around you and how they're going to react or respond or agree or disagree. Do you see? Because this is not going to change the frequency of the light. The only way it changes is if you allow it to change. If you allow others to change your frequency, if you allow yourself to believe what others are saying, that are discrediting the light of the love, or that are shining a way that it feels like it is not accurate, you see, and you're buying into it, well then of course that's going to change your vibration, that's going to change your frequency. But if you do not let yourself get pulled by the other, and you allow yourself to stay in the light and in the love, and you hold that frequency and you anchor it in like you are here to do, that is untouchable. That is untouchable. And you can see that over time in Yeshua's example here. You see, it's been thousands of years now. And you can see how the light and the love that he anchored into this planet still ripples today. It's still rippling to this moment, you see, in time. Isn't that beautiful? So let this be an example for all of us of how we can anchor in the love and the light. And let it be a ripple as well. So with that, we love you all very much. May you all be your little ripples, and may they become big waves on this planet of love. We love you very dearly. I trust that this message was exactly what you needed to hear. And if you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And if you have a question for DiYeena, go ahead and type it in the chat, or head on over to DiYeena.com to get more details there. And I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and blessings and love and light to all of you. And we'll see you soon.